Well, hello guys, welcome back. It's going to be another of those real quick ones because I don't want to go back to the community tab. I think it's too much extra work for you guys. So let's play with tarot cards. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm getting all sorts of weird symbols and then it's like, no. And then I get a symbol, like a hint of interest, and then it's like, yeah. I've noticed I open a door to look for a patron and Norse gods fall out. And I just look at the Norse gods and they're all there like little kittens with battle axes going, hi. So I asked the tarot before and I had gotten a lot of draws with a lot of wands cards in like a couple times in a row. Like I had done them and then did them a couple of days later. And I thought, well, I didn't, shuffle the deck well enough. So I said, I need to see who my main gods are, okay? I need to see this. I either pissed off the tarot deck or something. Let's see what I got. No, I do a 4-card draw. So we had the 2 of Cups, for those that maybe have a different deck. The Lovers. 9 of Swords, always a happy card. And Queen of Pentacles. I have no idea because I can only think of one god who had nightmares in the lore because this card makes me think of nightmares and in sorrow that could have been every god and that could have been also other some of the goddesses sorrow for specific reasons, but again, to review, you got your 2 of Cups and it's got that what we have misused as the medical wand between it, but I think it's supposed to be like alchemy. And then you've got the Lovers, 9 of Swords, and Queen of Pentacles. I will get symbols and it will seem like I'm supposed to go in that direction, and then no, like I was burning a candle for those that I was going towards, and I thought were calling me, and it went out kind of weird, and somehow water got into it. I had water around it. But it didn't come from the bottom or anything. I don't know how water got into it, but it was like water was pulled into it, but it was just as well. And then I was going on Amazon because one of the gods I thought was coming through and trying to get settled in. But as I go out in the hall for some strange reason, I can't even remember what it was, another one of the lights on Loki's chandelier burned out, and we're officially down to I don't have replacement bulbs at this point. I had something to put in it, and that is years old, but I'm like, I'm gonna need replacement bulbs. And instead of getting the item I wanted for that god, I went ahead and I ordered bulbs. And I think Loki feels bad, but I said, you have to come first. Loki's been good to me. Loki has to come first. I said, yeah, sometimes, 1 second, guys, these damn allergies. I am sorry. Sorry about that. And it seemed like, there's so many different colored lights on that thing at this point. Like there will be a light for everyone. But it feels like they come forward and they're presenting, and admittedly I can only do Pinterest and YouTube right now because we keep having fire whistles and police cars going by and everything else. So they let me go out in the yard for a little bit. Couldn't read any omens outside, but with all the police activity and everything, I don't know. They didn't want me walking around town or anything. It's been picking up lately, and I don't know why. And they don't want me going out if I don't have to. So it wasn't like I could go to the park and look for omens or something. And I did get some stuff in the mail, but considering the time of year it is, I'm not trying to dance around being mysterious about this, but I was like, well, yeah, that could be for this god. I associate that with this god, but it's also this type of year. Now, we're talking about Norse gods to be sure, but then at one point it's just been really confusing. I got like Loki and Odin were staying on anyhow, so it would be like having 2 patrons plus up to 3 or 4 more or 5. It's like more gods keep falling out. I don't know what's happening. The door isn't closed, but Norse gods, they will crowd forward and they will be first. It's just in their nature. They're the most aggressive but loving group of gods I've ever worked with. But I told them, I said, you've got to send me a definite sign for something as important to me as patronage. Remember, I'm no longer considering myself heathen. A patron takes up a lot of your time and a lot of your money. And I love him, but like Loki's candles, it wasn't even a question. He's still staying on as a patron. He comes absolute first. He and the old man, because the old man decided he's staying, and he changes his mind every 20 seconds. He's at least staying until everything's settled. So if the old man needed something, that would come next. Loki first, Odin second, and then down the line. And they have to understand this, that if there would actually be 6 patrons, one, that's a hell of a lot of work, but two, they are going to have to share. I said, you guys have to realize I can't cook 6 meals at a time. I can't burn 6 candles at a time, sometimes 2 or 3, depending on if it's tea lights or what we're talking about. I said, but not all the time. I said, unless you bless me with a lottery win or something else, a stimulus check never did show up. I said, I can't just, do stuff. So they're all kind of like, I think they're going to have to accept the candelier out there and be happy with it. And because there's just nothing else I can do at this point. I said, if you come in with blessings, sure. And, with one of them, we are going, we're being tentative. I want him to come in. But there have been things we've gone back and forth on for years. But then there have been things I've gone back and forth with on Odin for years. None of your relationships with your gods are going to be perfect. You're going to see them as being able to fix certain things, and maybe they never do. Maybe you get mad at them. Maybe the relationship's not not the best. But you have to take it in that they don't. If they're not fixing it, either they can't, or they don't think it's necessary, or something. And we've been talking back and forth about that. Like, hey, that would be a great thing if you came in and this happened, or you came in and you gave me this definite sign, just not, I know Pinterest and YouTube have algorithms, and for something as important as patron, I just want to be sure. But you guys let me know what you think of the tarot. And again, we're making this one free too, because I just think for these little things that I would normally put in a janky, broken community section, that, I should make it free. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.